Hello, hello. Let's make sure that we are right, live in the right spot. If you are tuned in, let's see. Oh, no sound. Oh, there we go. Okay, looks like we have sound. Tested that out, so making sure. Yay, hello, friends. Okay, I see some people saying hello, so awesome. Awesome. Welcome to Rescheduled Tuesday Night Live. So sometimes my day job gets in the way of what I really want to do. Oh, I just noticed. Guys, look. Look up in the corner. I've been trying to get the cats to sleep in that bed up there for weeks. And I didn't even know Clover was up there, and I saw her little ears moving. So that makes me so happy because they're kind of like little devils in here because Clover loves this stuff. Clover loves ribbon, and so I have to be real careful. It's really hard to like put all the ribbon away. My projects have ribbon. I love ribbon. Anyone that's been to any of my classes knows that I love ribbon on my projects. If you've watched me here, you know I love ribbon on my projects. And so I like for them to be in here because otherwise they're kind of at the door meowing. Um, but I've been trying to get them to like just sit there. So I'm so happy that Clover is up there. So that just makes me happy. So welcome. Thank you, friends, for tuning in tonight. This is, if you never thought you saw the real me, this is the real me. I haven't even taken a shower from my workout this afternoon. Thank goodness we don't have smell-o-vision. Because I you would know that I had my workout today, but I didn't have time. My day job has been a little a lot lately, the last few weeks, and then I had my weekend retreat this past week. So between the weekend retreat for my Stampin' Up business and then my increased stuff going on at my day job, I have been like about up to here. And so thank you for being here because this is where I love to spend time to come down from the from my day job. So I wanted to show you. So Candy, thank you so much for being part of this weekend. You said thanks. The weekend was great. The creative escape this weekend was awesome. Celebrate and create was really awesome. I see Evelyn is on here. She was there this weekend. We had a great time at the weekend retreat, and I've got all the to-go weekend retreats, the retreat in a box being shipped out, and tutorials going out tonight. So that's super exciting to get those out in the mail. So just a little plug for if you ever wanted to experience one of my creative escapes and all the fun gifts and presents and stuff that go along with that, as well as the projects, you can always register for a retreat in a box if you live anywhere here in the United States. So that's kind of cool and fun. You could totally schedule some time with your friends, and maybe several of you order it to go and then plan a weekend a couple weeks out from when my retreat is, because then you would be sure you have your kit and the tutorials and everything, even if mail is slow. And you guys can create your own weekend retreat, but the products, the projects, and the design work and the packaging and the presents are already taken care of for you. So I did want to share some inspiration tonight from that event. So a couple things I wanted to share with you is number one, we did a card swap. So I thought I would just show you those card swaps real quick. And I don't have everyone's names to attribute to them for this video. However, I am going to be posting them on my Facebook page. So even if you're on YouTube watching this, hop over to Facebook to One Crafty Sister. And in the next couple of days, I'm going to post pictures of them. And I want to get you guys to vote on which one is your favorite. I always like to see what people like because it's not always just my projects. Sometimes we all have different styles, and I love to share what others have done. So I'm going to share those projects and let you see those tonight. And then I also have some little pillow gifts that I wanted to share from some of the attendees there this weekend. So I'm going to flip the camera down here and just show you really quick the swaps that we had last weekend. So this first one is what's called a bandstand card. So you can see the shape of it here. And it is using the Delightful Wishes bundle in this beautiful daisy paper. And it looks like everything looks like it's floating here because it is connected with a piece of window sheet. So that is really cool. So if you can see it shining, that's the pretty window sheet. And then on the back, some nice matting and then the sentiment. So that is a very pretty card and fun design. This is the stamp set that keeps on giving. I haven't seen this stamp set, retired a couple years ago. Now this was not just a demonstrator event, so some customers could have, I think everyone did use Stampin' Up, but it's possible that they didn't have to because not everyone is strictly a Stampin' Up user or a demonstrator at my retreat. So you might see things that aren't. So I even forget what this was called, but this stamp set had several different poses of a lady and fun sentiments. So that was another swap. This one, I think Candy, who's on here right now, I think this was yours. So this is a fun diagonal fold card using the beautiful Wildflower Celebrations Designer Series paper. I love it. I love this card, and I also love this paper. This is the paper that we featured at our retreat this weekend, so we got a lot of exposure to it. So it was fun to see that so many people used it on their swaps. Here's another beautiful swap. I love this layout, and you can see all that pretty gold foil on there. Simple in the way that it's done. It's just lots of layering, a square. You know, this is a flag of DSP on a flag of gold foil, a square, a circle die, and this is just cut out of the designer series paper. So a really pretty card. And Happy Cake Day, and this is cut out of the designer series paper too with that pretty foil. So super cute card there. Here's another, this is an easel card. So this one sits up like that. So if you can see, it's propped up there as an easel. So that is a really pretty card. This features the, that is called, what is it called? Unbounded Love. The Unbounded Love bundle for the die cut here and the sentiment. So that's a pretty card. They were all fun. Here's another little fun fold. Pretty shiny happy birthday in there. That was fun. This was a paper that we had at Celebration a couple years ago. I liked that. This was using one of our current Celebration stamp sets. Well, Celebration just ended, but this was, it's called Pick a Season. And I love this stamp set. I'm actually going to be offering a special class for that very soon. That'll just be available through the mail, shipped to you. But if you liked the Pick a Season, or maybe you didn't get it, wait, I will have a limited amount and my classes will include the stamp set. This is my friend Evelyn's card. So she kind of cased a card that I had done for you guys on another live because she loved it so much. And my friend Evelyn is so sweet. She's new to card making and she has just taken it full force and has been making so many cards just in the last 2 months. And it's been so fun, not only just to expand our friendship because we liked each other already, but we didn't even know we had this crafty bone in common, but just get to spend more time with her doing something other than riding bikes as we do with our husbands. Here's another card using some of our celebration products. So this was the Hearts for You. I can't remember the name of the bundle, but as you can see, really cute card. Here's another card featuring that birthday paper, the wildflower birthday, and I don't know if you can see the detail on here. The person who made this, I think this was Lisa Brennan, she scored and gave some like scoring detail in the background, which was kind of cool there, Lisa. And then we voted for them at the retreat. So this was our second place card. So our theme was birthday for the whole weekend. So our swap theme was mostly birthday. So this was birthday. This is using one of our Meadows. I can't remember. I cannot always remember names, but one of our really pretty designer series papers. And we have this stamp set that has two ladies drinking their coffee. And I loved how this was Teresa. She took and made two friends sitting in front of the meadow drinking their coffee. And I thought that was really fun. And this was our runner-up card when they voted. And our first place winner of the card swap at the retreat was this really cute card, but it has a secret. It has a cool way that it folds shut and is closed, but it also has a bookmark. So I thought this was really cool, and so did everyone else. So that was the card that won our card swap. Super fun seeing what everyone else makes. Let's see. That was yours, Candy. I knew it. Okay, so those were our card swaps. I want to show you just a few little pillow gifts. I have so many that I can't even show all of them. Like, let me just tell you. Let me just show you here just for a second. This whole thing is full. You can't even see the whole of it. But the ladies that attend, and we are welcome to we are happy to welcome some men. So even though we are all ladies, if you are a crafty guy, you can come as well to our retreats. But they have taken on the gifting, the pillow gifts, and just gone absolutely, they just love to give gifts to everyone. So I just wanted to show you a few of them. This one was one of the cutest. It is the cutest little cake, like a, what do you call this? A cloche dome lid. So, but it looks like a little cake stand, and it has a little Ferrero Rocher in it. So adorable. Let's see. So many. I don't have time to show them all, but I just wanted to show some of my favorites. So I kind of have to dig. Oh, one of our friends does junk journals, and so her name is Chanda, and she made these cool junk journals out of paper bags, and everyone's was different, which I really just loved. So it was, wrapped and tied with some ribbon, and you opened it up, and so there's some repurposed corrugated cardboard in here, and just some information from my friend Chanda, who's like, hey, I want to craft with friends. A little collection of some paper, and then inside all the places there's like little hidden treasures. Blessed are the curious, for they shall have adventures. So there's like little secrets everywhere. See in here, a little tag in this cute little camper. So that was super fun and inspiring to see these cute little, this way, these cute little junk journals, and all the creativity and how each one was different and unique. So I just loved that one. Did I tie it the right way? I don't know. I think so. Okay. Few more. Let's see here. It's so hard to pick out of all of these. We got this cute little set that had eye mask and lip mask all bundled up. Rest, relax, enjoy. I thought that was super cute with these adorable little tags on them. Everyone is so creative. So creative. We got some cute little notebooks with a really cool little pen that holds, like a little clip that holds the pen in place, which is super cute. So just a little tiny notebook. They put a pocket in there so you could stick some notes in there. And then a little roll of washi tape. So everyone just really showered everyone with love. And that's what I love about Creative Escape. We got a couple cute little candy boxes. So this has some Hershey Nuggets in it. Really cute. And then this one opens up and there are little tiny Altoids in there, hidden in there, tucked away. Look at that. That is really cute. We got the cutest little candles because, again, we had a birthday theme. So these are in addition to, I give out like lots of pillow gifts at my retreat, and these are totally in addition, made by the people that attend there, and they give them out to everyone. So there was 30 people there and they passed these out to everyone, and I just love the giving nature of everyone. So here we got a pocket hug and a little purse mirror and a lollipop to go along with that. So that was really cute. Here's another little cute box with a rosette on top. And it was full of some candy, but then a little nail file and a little towel that gets big when you put it in the water. So just some really creative ladies. And it just really adds to the fun experience of the weekend. Now, these are optional. So you don't have to do these when you attend, but if you want to, you can. All right. Oh, little tiny things. So look at this. This is a little tiny mini sanding block. So how cool. I just love the creative things that people come up with. We got candles, cute little candles. All right. I mean, I could go on and on. I have so many. I'm going to stop for tonight and then I will share some more. I'm going to put these separate so I know what I have shared. And then I will share some more next week with you because I want to share everything. It was so fun. So fun. All right. But I know you guys came here to see some crafting. So I have some more scrap busting, a couple more scrap busting projects to share with you. You might remember these were the cards I made last week. Take them out. They're in clear envelopes because we put them on display this weekend. So these were the 2 cards I made last week and shared with you. So if you didn't see that video, just go to last week's live video. And you can see how I made these with Designer Series paper scraps. Okay. They were super fun. Tonight we're going to use cardstock scraps. So we're going to do something interesting. We're going to do one card layout 2 ways. Yes, we are 2 ways. So let me pull out some pieces here for us. All right. Got some little, get my supplies out here. That and that. Okay. So our scraps for this are going to kind of come in the way of a shape. Okay. I'm using these cool circles that are from the Around It All Circles dies. Okay. And these are cool because they're circles, but they're not, as you can see, they're not like perfectly round. They're fun, different, odd shaped circles. So I'm using the second to the smallest on here. And let's see, I couldn't decide between these two patterns of embossing. So I have one, which is the eyelet 3D. Okay, so this is this one. And then this is the, oh, I don't have it labeled yet. Hold on, I see the, because I just got it in. It's called Cute Crochet. It's called Cute Crochet. Let me show you this. So can you see that cute detail? It is really cute. And so I just thought it was really cute. So I don't know which one of these I'm going to use. I'm going to work on it and put this card together, and then we'll see. And then I'm using the linked together bundle, actually. So I'm going to use this for the sentiment. And then I used these two dies from the linked together dies. And so this is a fun bundle that does way more. We're just touching the surface. We're just using these dies and using a sentiment. But there are, besides the dies you see here, there are also coordinating masks. So look at these cool masks. So here's, and they kind of layer. So here's one. Here's another, and you can layer these so that you have different depths of color. And then here's another one. Again, you can layer that. Here's another one. Layering to give you a whole nother design depending on which angle or like which direction you use it in. And then this can also layer. So there's a bunch of different ways to use this. Now, this is what I'm going to be using for my card club this month, the linked together. So if this is a bundle that you already have or you don't have and you want and you eyed it, because let me tell you, these are two really cool dies plus this. These dies are worth it. And this is a great sentiment stamp set. So I'll be sending out the email announcement for Card Club with this. And you'll have until I think the 15th to sign up for that. Oops, let me get these back in here. But that's what I'm going to be using tonight. I'm going to set that aside and pull these back out here. So I was inspired by a card I saw on social media. So, you know, sometimes we all follow different companies and people and stuff. So I saw this card and I'm like, that is a really cute card. And so I am going to make my version of it. And when it's all done, I will show you the inspiration card and where this came from. But right now I'm not going to show you, but I will. Let me get out my little die cut. So I cut these little stems from the link together. I cut them out of the center of this piece, which is going to be covered up. So let me see. I have to make my decision on which pattern I want to use. Oh my gosh. All right, I think I'm going to stick with this one, which was where I really wanted to be anyway. This is where I started. But I think I'm going to, no, I'm going to do it the regular way. All right, so this is going to go right on top of my layer that I cut out with the postage die. And I will be emailing out all the instructions. So if you are not on my email list, you'll want to make sure. Normally I would say it's in the video description below, but I'll have to update the video description because I was running so behind that I didn't even get all that information in my video description before I went live today. So again, this is the real me who runs around like a chicken with her head cut off sometimes. All right, so I'm going to take my take your pick tool, my bone folder, and just give that a good crease. And then I'm going to add this to my card base. There. Okay. And now these three pieces are going to go one. Let's see how I want to do this. Like that. 1, 2, 3, like about there. I'm not going to layer them, but butt them up to each other. Those are going to be flat right there. Let me just lay them out before I make my final decision. And then I'm going to do it like that. Okay. Just had to get it laid out. All right. I'm going to put these down with glue. These are such fun little circles. Because I had them laid out in their wonky size, I just have to make sure I kind of, oops, I don't even think I put that one back the same way. I was like, I gotta make sure. Okay, that's good. So, and honestly, they are all different, so it really doesn't matter, right? It really doesn't matter. Okay. I'm going to add this one here. Checking something off my list here. All right, and then add this one. Now, this would be a great time to use that adhesive sheet on the back of your detailed die cuts, which I didn't do here, but do as I say, not always as I do. And then I'm going to add a layer of basic white that I cut with the perennial postage die. I'm going to add that to the inside. So it's fun when you use these larger dies on the front of your card to kind of take and use them on the inside of your card. I could have done the brown and then carried that inside, but I'm just going to do the white so it still carries that pattern. So I'm just keeping it simple. I like simple. And then we need our sentiment. So let me go, we need a little scrap of white here. And we need our sentiment. So I am going to use, whoops, just a note. But I think I'm going to use just a note, if that made sense to you, instead of the whole thing. I'm scavenging in my craft room. I'm not going to use the whole thing. Oh, I really only need a strip, not this whole piece. I'm just going to use, I don't even need that big. I just need something like this. And I'm going to stamp it in early espresso. And I just want a note. I don't want the just. Sometimes it's okay to not use the whole thing. All right, let's see here. Cut this down. Just cut it down with my snips, and I'm going to add it here with some mini glue dots, or sorry, mini dimensionals. No. Okay. All right, there's our sentiment. And now we need an embellishment. I want something, I like to kind of do it on the fly sometimes. Some choices, like I had most of my decisions made here, but I am looking for which embellishment I want. So I'm digging through my pile of embellishments. Oh, I know what I think I want, but where are they? They're not here. Well, I'm not using that. Okay. Plan B is these. You know what I want is I want dark brown sequins or rhinestones. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to make them. I am going to make them since I don't have exactly what I want. I am going to take my darkest Stampin' Blend. So this is SU100. It's the darkest brown from the Naturals tones. And I am going to color them. Did you know that you can do this? They're not as dark as what I would want them, but we'll give a couple runs of it. Okay. So another reason why Stampin' Blends are phenomenal, because you can do things like color your gems. All right. Okay. So that is my card. And so I'm going to show you guys where my inspiration came from, because a lot of people ask me, Jennifer, how do you come up with your ideas? And so oftentimes there is something that I've picked as a jumping off point. It might be something that I saw somewhere, or another card that a demonstrator made or whatever. And this one was not Stampin' Up! Product, but I'm going to show you. So this was the card I was inspired by, and this is my take on it. So this is what's called casing a card, or casing a layout, but I cased the layout and the colors. So you can see how I took, and if I pull up closer, you can see they used a similar pattern of embossing. And I just took and I picked out, you know, that whatever stem I had that I thought would work well. And I used my little wonky circles. But that is how I came up with the idea. So I thought I would share how I came up with this idea because that's always fun. All right. Would you guys like another take on this using scraps? Specifically a take on this piece right here. Because I'm going to do the same card, but I'm going to use what I think is probably one of the most common scraps I have in my collection. Now, it could be because I prep a lot of classes. Where did I set these? Oh, here they are. I have a pile of supplies right here. So, but this, I don't know about you, but from cutting the inside layers or the mats for the inside of card bases, I get a lot of this size. These are 1/2 inch strips. Some of them may be 3/8 inch, but they are 1/2 inch strips. Now I'm just going to take and use this piece anyway. And I'm just going, even though I embossed it, I am going to take, let's see, I have to decide. So I'm going to show you at the end where I came up with this idea. But first, I want to make it. So I am going to use a little bit of my handy dandy adhesive sheets. I've been using these a lot, right? You've seen me. Let me cut this down. I'm walking over to my rotary cutter because it's here. So I'll be right back in front of the video, but I'm sure you can hear me cutting over here on my rotary cutter. All right, scraps back in the bin. I've been trying to channel the don't put it down, put it away because I'm so bad. So I'm putting my scraps away from my adhesive sheets and putting them back in their home. Okay, so I am going to remove the backing and I'm going to add this adhesive sheet to the front of my paper here because I'm going to use these strips to make a really cool pattern on my paper. So this is the same way that I added these onto the card last week. I used the adhesive sheet. And so I am going to do the same thing. So now I'm going to take off the adhesive sheets are double-sided adhesive. So you have to put it on your paper first, and then you have to remove the backing to expose the sticky. Okay, so there's the sticky, and I got to get my finger off of it. And I have two pattern ideas. Okay, I think I'm going to try this. I think I'm going to try this pattern that when you see what I'm going off of, you'll see like some of you may not be as comfortable like looking at something and just trying something. And I have not done this. I haven't tested this out yet. So I do feel like I need to mark like the center somehow, some way. Now that I have this all sticky, I should have drawn a line on it. Let's see. 3.5, so 1 3/4. So, yeah, well, here's half. Just gonna put a couple marks on here to help me. Try not to stick my ruler completely down to it. One more in the middle, just to keep me in line. Okay, so probably if you're doing this, I would recommend you doing a line down the center of your paper first, But like I said, I didn't do this ahead of time. I'm just trying it for the first time here with you right now. And I hope it works out, because if it doesn't, all right, so I am going to take a piece of paper here. I'm going to use that as my place marker, that little center. And then I'm going to take another piece and I'm going to butt it up to it. Oh no, that's not how I want to do it. Hold on, hold on. I need to go. The tip, bottom tip needs to basically be at the center. Like, okay. So I'm using the bottom. I think that will get the effect that I'm trying to go for. Yeah. Okay. So you want to kind of create a V. Okay. With the bottom point being along the line. Again, like I said, I didn't do this ahead of time. First, I'm just kind of winging it for y'all tonight. And I'm going to fill this one in here. And then I'm going to take a little, I'm not going to worry about that just yet. And I'm going to work my way down the paper. And so you're going to keep using that kind of midline. So you're going to keep putting, this is why the line down the middle would be very helpful if you try this at home. So I'm keeping that, when I put these on the right, I'm keeping that little center line on the bottom corner on that invisible center line. Okay. And then I'm going to take another one. Oh, I think it needs to go further. Let's see if I can get this off. So I'm creating a herringbone pattern. It doesn't have to be perfect, but there is an amount of lining up that is kind of necessary. Okay. We're going to cover up some things too, so let's see. Add to the other side. So I'm trying to give like a 1/2 inch, because you're going to line this one up here. So actually it might be even easier to just do this. I'm going to turn it around and line this up, because this always gets lined up with the end here. Kind of, I'm going to have to go somewhat over the edge as I talk to myself here. I think this might be the better solution. It needs to be lined up perfectly with the end. Okay. And then this one will get lined up with that end. That's the way you do it. Okay. If you line each up with the end, you will end up getting a perfect chevron, I think. Kind of going a little to an angle, but does it really matter? Does it really matter? I don't know. We'll see when it's all said and done. Don't be afraid to try new things. I'm going to keep going with my pattern. So now I can just take and go all the way down the end here. Let me just take and cut some of these off so I can use some of the smaller pieces. So what I'm going to do is just turn this over like I've done before. Let's see here. Start this side and just trim these ends off. So I know I have tons of white strips, but I have like this 1/2 inch strip is like the most common thing I get stuck with in my scrap bins. So I figured maybe you have the same situation. Maybe you don't keep them. Some people don't, but others do. Okay. So now I'm going to take and just finish adding to cover up these pieces. And I have one tiny little piece here. Okay. So I believe my pattern goes a little diagonal. I believe if I wasn't doing this on the fly, there is a way. There is a way to do it to where your center line stays straight. But even this way, I think it looks really cool. Tell me in the comments what you think. And if you've ever tried a like chevron or herringbone technique like this. So it's kind of farmhousey looking, isn't it? A little bit. Little bit. Yes, Carol, use your scraps. Let me get rid of all these. So now I feel like, okay, I can get rid of these scraps, the leftover pieces. Put those in the trash. And then I have this cool layer of like this neat background. So now I'm going to put the rest of the scraps in my little white scrap bin, which is the one I keep the most handy, right on top of my, I have, I'll show you what I have them in. I have, under my desk, I have this Raskog, like the IKEA rolling cart. And this is my current situation. So I have this bin that has a handle and it fits right in the top. And I have basic white on this side and very vanilla on this side. So that it's always handy. Whoops, there's a big clear block down there that just tumbled over. So it's always handy right at the top of my cart. So we're going to take the same other supplies and make this card again, but we're going to use this cool background instead for our piece here. Okay. Now I could do it with different colors, but I think it's fun sometimes to see the same card. And you can do this with any of your dies. You don't have to use the postage dies. If you have some kind of rectangle die, then you can use rectangle dies. If you have what I really wish I had was a scalloped rectangle, and we don't have those anymore, because that's what was on my inspiration project. See, that still looks really cool though. All right, I'm going to do a couple things different. I am going to I'm going to pop this layer up on dimensionals this time. Just some little variations. So I've got some dimensional edges that need to be used. So a couple things coming up on the calendar while I'm doing this that I wanted to just kind of let you guys know about. If you are local to me, or in the state of Florida and want to drive a couple of hours to visit or something, on the first Saturday of April, I think it's April 5th, I'll be having another cookies and cards with my friend Melissa, who's a cookie maker. And we're going to be making some cute spring cards and some cookies. So the cookies and the cards will be kind of like, they'll coordinate and they'll be giftable. So we'll have, however the cards are done, they will be something that is giftable for you through spring, through Easter. So we are excited. We had so much fun at the Valentine's one. So much fun. Like, I was like, okay, we have to do this again. So we will be doing that on April 5th. And let's see, we have a new catalog coming up on May 6th. So there's still a little bit of time, but the new annual catalog. But a couple things to note is that as always, you know, we have our in colors that go in and out every year. So we have these, I think, are the ones that will be leaving us. So Wild Wheat, Pebbled Path, Moody Mauve, Copper Clay, and Boho Blue. These three, well, actually, I use all of them, so I'm kind of sad. I really love these in colors. So if you have loved these and you don't have them yet, or you don't have re-inkers for your ink pads, and the re-inkers are these, okay? So these are so you can keep them inked through the years. Then you want to order them now, because if you don't, they will be gone if you wait more towards the end of the catalog. So I will be updating the information here on the video to reflect a host code for this week's shopping special. And so you might want to add some of those to your order to get those in before they're all gone. So this week's shopping special, and I'm only going to have shopping specials through the end of April, because Stampin' Up! Is ending the era of the host code. So we will be going to a really cool new reward system where every time you place an order, you earn, I'm going to call them crafty bucks. That's not what they're calling them, but basically you will earn 10% of every order will kind of go into a bank for you that you can use on your next order. So you can bank them for, I think they last, I want to say a year. And so you will have a year, and they always use the oldest first. So the system will know that. I'm going to go this way with it this time. And I think that's really exciting, because you will get rewarded on every order you place. Now, I'm not sure how I'm going to adjust yet my weekly special. I'll figure that out, and it'll still be worth your while. I try to make it worth my while for my customers. I might not always get everything mailed out as fast as I want to, but I'm trying with all the things I got on my calendar between work and Stampin' Up. So trying to do my best. All right, there is that one. Now I'm going to add the sentiment again. So I'm going to use the same a note, because I really like it. So for this week, when you place an order, I will send you the supplies to make both of these cards, as well as 5 handmade cards from my stash when you place a $40 or more order. When your order is $50 or more, I will include a pack of gems from my stash for you. If your order is $150 or more, you don't need to use the host code, but you will still receive my gifts. when you have $150, you earn your own host rewards. So I want you to get those, not me. But when I say that I get them, I use them to order free gems to keep on hand to give you when your order is $50 or more. So I use those for you. And so that's why I'm not sure how it's going to work when we have our new host rewards. But we also have, as we do every catalog, and I don't know the full details because there's still a lot of discussion around it, but we have some price increases coming up, and some of that is on cardstock. So if you need to stock up on cardstock, now is a good time because prices on our cardstock will be increasing. Like I said, I don't have all the details yet, but wanted to let you know that. Okay, we need some gems. And so I think I'm going to color the rhinestones again. I'm just doing the same on this as I did. I have a little bit of a little piece of glue there. All right. So I'm just going to color 4 more of these. So I'll tell you, normally I say use 5 gems, like use odd numbers, 3, 5, 7. But the card I was casing only had 4, and I'm like, you know what? It looks good. Why do I need a 5th one? All right. So I'm going to put these right in the same basic spot. I've got a little bit different layout of my little gems. I mean, of my stems. Okay. So there is the first card where I used the eyelet in the background, which really mimicked the card that I was inspired by. As you can see, there's kind of like this similar design, like a quilted design, but it has a similar pattern as what's in the eyelet. So that's why I picked it. So this is what I call casing, where you copy and share. Now, for this one, I saw this, which is templates that you could buy on how to do scrap use patterns. Okay, so they're showing them in just black and white, but the idea is that you use any kind of scraps to do these kind of patterns. And it was this one in the background with the chevron that kind of inspired me to do that pattern on that card. So yeah, that was what inspired me, and I want to try these other ones as well. So this looks fun, where you have all the pieces where they meet in the middle. And then this is kind of like shiplap. This is what this reminds me of, is a diagonal shiplap. And then this uses multi-width pieces, which is really fun too. And this is kind of like, there's another card style like this where you put a square in the middle and build the pieces around. But you take and it's called a fractal card. Is that what it's called? Where you take and you have, like from here, there'll be like a little dark piece and a border around all 4 pieces. And then you just put a piece of designer series paper there in the corners and trim it off. But this, you actually use strips. So a good use of your white scraps, which you may have a lot of. So, which did you like better? You can probably see, you might be able to see the difference a little bit better this way. So did you like the one with the embossed background, or did you like the one with the scrap buster background? Which one? Curious minds want to know. So I like them both. I think I like this one better for the style of card, but I really love this background and I want to try it on some other projects. I do want to try it on some other projects. So tell me in the comments which one you like best. Yes, yes. So Candy likes the scrap background. Okay. Are you going to make a card like this? If anyone is going to Onstage next week, Stampin' Up! Onstage, the convention, and you need a swap card, this would be a great idea that you could use your scraps for to make a swap card. So Carol says she likes the scraps better. So you could totally use this idea if you are last minute like me and haven't made your swap card yet, because I still have to make swap cards and finish my team gifts. So thank you guys for tuning in to Rescheduled Tuesday Night Live. I can announce to you now that next week I have to do my Facebook Live on a different night because I do have a board meeting and a dinner for the board next Tuesday night. So I will not be home on Tuesday night. Evelyn says the one with the scraps is more creative. It is more creative, Evelyn. So my Tuesday night live will be on Monday night next week because Wednesday I'm leaving for Onstage. So the only way for me to get it done is to do it on Monday night. So just know, and I'll send that reminder out when I send out the tutorial for these two cards, that I will be going live next week on Monday instead of Tuesday. Okay. Thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you'll join me next Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern time on either Facebook or YouTube. And Evelyn says she's making them both. Awesome. Awesome. I can't wait to see. And if you ever make the cards, shoot me a message on Facebook or something and share them with me. I love to be inspired and see you guys crafting with the ideas that I share. So thank you guys so much. Have a great night. And until next time, bye.